Hi everybody, welcome back to the Midnight Serenity channel, and today we are going to make a Minnie Mouse cupcake badge reel. So I have all of my pieces. I've already weeded the dots. I did a reverse weed on those. So the blank is an acrylic blank, and it comes with paper on both sides. The front has the double humps, and on the it'd be your left side, and a single hump on your right side. I do all of my decorating on the front because I do a lot of run over, and it's just better for me if I have everything on the front so I don't ruin anything. So we are going to use today Resin Rocker's UV resin hard type. I'm just warming up that resin right now because it is a little chilly in here. And we're going to use Peep This by Bird's Nest Design. So it'll just have a pale pink background, and then we'll have the decorations on the top. Okay, now that my resin is warmed up, this is what we're using. Resin Rocker's hard type. I'm sorry, the video is backwards. And we are just going to put some in our actually it's not a silicone, it's a plastic one, but they are reusable. I'm going to go ahead and add my glitter. And you don't need a ton of glitter. You don't want too much because if you have more glitter than resin, your resin is not going to cure properly. So you want to have a good coverage, but you also want to have a good mix where your resin is going to cure. So we're just going to mix that up. On the base, I don't worry too much about bubbles. So I stir it kind of fast, and then we are going to go ahead and I start in the center. I'm going to spread it out to the edges. I worry more about stirring it up or mixing it up if I was using it as a top coat. Since the glitter is going to be on the bottom, we'll get rid of minimal bubbles using a small torch, and it'll cure perfectly once we're done. So I'm just taking and spreading it out to the edges so that we have good coverage all the way around. All right, and there we have it. I'm just going to use this torch. You can get these at a gas station. If you have a Lowe's or Home Depot near you, then you can get them there as well. And I'm going to use the rest, and I'm just going to fill, my videos are raw, you guys. I don't edit them, so you get me as I am. All right, so I'm just going to fill this into this teddy bear so that no resin is wasted, and we send these out as little gifts in packages. All right, so there's that. And we are using Resin Rocker's Magic Cure Amazing Lamp. I'm going to cure it on 12 watts at first, just to give it a quick cure for 60 seconds. And then we're going to cure it on 36 watts for 2 minutes to finish that cure. We'll be back. All right, so now that it is cured, we are going to take out our little teddy bear. Aren't these so cute? These are just little gifts. Looks like he's got a little brown nose that I throw. I have a little bag of them, and I will be putting these in with orders because no resin can go wasted. All right, there's that. So next we have our pieces, and we are going to go ahead and put this little cupcake together. Little Minnie Mouse cupcake. All right, so little mini cupcake, how's that? So there's the bottom, that's yellow. And the next layer is going to be red. I really like that light yellow glitter background. So here is our next layer, is going to be the red. We are, sorry I'm out of camera view here. We're going to put on some black ears. There's our ears, and we have a little yellow bow. There's our little bow, and we have some polka dots. But we only need one set of polka dots for this. All right. How stinking cute is that? How cute! All right, so what we are going to do now is we are going to dome this. So we are going to take our Resin Rockers UV resin hard type. So this resin, I'm going to make just about, I don't know, about a quarter size. And this is where I always run over. And I'm using a silicone tip brush. And we're just going to carefully move it from the center out to the edges and get that perfect dome on there. Trying not to break the seal and go over the edges, but it usually never fails, and I do. All right, so we are going to go ahead and just spread this all out. All right, there we go. And I'm just gonna look, because right here I can see on the side that I got to get a little bit more resin there in the center. All right, so looking at that dome, I don't see any places that I've missed. I'm just gonna hit it with my torch real quick to pop any surface bubbles from moving the resin around. Get it over to the edge. All right, it looks pretty good. Beautiful. Still got one little spot right there. And you just let it sit for a couple of minutes just to make sure if there are any little bubbles hiding that they do come to the surface. All right, and we're going to go ahead and cure it with our Magic Cure lamp. I'm going to set it at 12 watts for 60 seconds, and that will just give it an initial cure, and then we will cure it on 36 watts for an additional 60 seconds, and it will be done. All right, so you'll know that your piece is cured if you are able to pull off the cured pieces from the silicone tip. Then you know that your piece is done. I typically don't touch mine right away just to avoid any fingerprints. You'll notice I did have some overage right here, so I am going to turn this over. I'm going to put it on a little piece of parchment paper so it doesn't pick up any of that glitter off of my mat. I still have this set at 36 watts, and I'm going to cure that back side of it just so that I can get rid of that overage once that's cured. All right, so now that that is complete, I'm going to take just a pair of needle nose jewelry pliers, and we're going to carefully, by pulling down and rocking that overage, to get rid of that. And I see that I have a little bit right here, so I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to rock it back and forth until that breaks. And there we go. So those are done. And then I'm going to take my pin pen and go ahead and remove the back paper. So now you have this cute little badge, and let's go ahead and bead it up. Bead it up. Let me get some beads. All right, so we have some beads and we have our badge reel. I'm gonna just check that badge reel and make sure that it works. You're gonna take and wind the string around the alligator clip so that way the string doesn't go back in. And you're going to take a pair of, I just use some regular old pliers from Harbor Freight. Get the kind with the little teeth in them because you'll need those for later. All right, we're going to push the string through the end of the badge reel, and we're going to cut that knot off of there. You can go ahead and throw that knot away once it comes off. That's garbage. And then you are going to take your torch and just kind of melt that nylon. Don't burn it. Don't start a fire. Just kind of melt it. And then I just clip the additional end off of there and throw that piece away. All right, so it's still over there. It didn't come up, but that's okay. We'll get it. Next, you want whatever bead you put on first is going to be on top. So you want that red one there. And then I'm going to use one of these really pretty red rhinestone red rhinestone rondelles that I have. I will have all of these products linked below as well so that you can purchase them if you'd like. All right, so there's the red rondelle. We are going to use this yellow bead. So here's our beaded badge reel. All right, and we are going to go ahead and put the stopper back on. That's why you melt this so that you can get it through that end. All right, so now the stopper is back on. We're going to tie this end into a knot. There we go. So now we have the stopper back on. And next we're going to take the clip. We need to squeeze this. It's a little far apart, so I'm just going to squeeze it a little closer. Hold that. That's why you want the little ridges in your pliers, because then it's easier to hold on to. And we're going to go ahead. There we go. We got that put back together. And next we're going to use dual lock Velcro. 2 pieces of Velcro. I put them together so that way it's easier to center the badge. And we are going to make sure that this is on the bottom because that's the bottom of your badge. Put that on there. Then we are going to take off the top and add that. And there you have your finished badge reel. Enjoy!